Hey everybody, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at in the world today. My name is Michael O'Connor. I'm with the ServiceProfessionalsNetwork.com, commonly known as SPN across the internet. If you Google us, I think we're on number 3 or number 4 in the spot today. Anyway, I haven't done one of these shows in a while, and sometimes I forget to, really let people know about it or remind people to show up. So I don't know who's going to join me. I don't know if you want to join me. But the idea behind these shows is to introduce people and hopefully, get you guys up and have you talk to the network. And if I don't get anyone to join me, I'm just going to start talking about social media, what I do and how I do it. But it looks like my friend Tracy Lamb here is going to go ahead and join me today. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing today?
Hey, Mike.
I think this is the first time we've had an opportunity to chat, correct?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, welcome to the show. It's just me and you so far today, so I mean, I'm not going to be pressuring you too much about, just give us the 1 minute, 2 minute breakdown. I guess we'll start off with small talk. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm like crazy busy, just like you are, but I'm doing really good.
Are you as forgetful as I am?
Oh my God. I'm very blessed right now because with as much as I have going on, my first cousin is like my right-hand person. And so it's like I'm like cloned. So she helps me with like almost everything that I have going on because I literally have so much going on. It's just crazy.
That's fantastic. It's great to have that family support. You take it while you can get it, appreciate it while you have it, and hopefully it'll keep coming. So, am I mistaken? I was looking at your LinkedIn title the other day, and it says you have an audience of 1.7 million people.
Yeah.
And what platform or where is that? How can we find you? Like, tell us a little bit more.
Sure. So we have recently becoming referring company for the federal government. And so we're actually currently reaching an audience I'm in Florida. Okay. We're currently reaching the audience in Pasco and Pinellas County of 1.5 million people in Pasco and Pinellas County. That's part of it. And then I actually have already talked to Tallahassee. Tallahassee actually wants me to go into all the other counties in Florida. So we're actually going to be reaching 22.5 million over the next few months over the entire state of Florida. Oh, and then they're actually going to be pushing us out nationwide. And so I've had to automate my call center because we actually, what we do is we're actually really kind of the only company in the world that really does what we do. We're trademarked kind of as the Angie's List for people who take care of loved ones at home. And so we allow anybody who takes care of a loved one at home, a mom, a dad, a special needs child, we allow them to call in, ask questions, and we actually connect them to I have a global directory of companies that offer products and services that actually can help them on their caregiving journey. And so that's part of that number. I also co-host a radio show every Saturday morning out of Palm Beach County, Florida, that has 150,000 listeners.
So you're much better at schedules than I am.
Yes. It's called Legends Radio. And it's every Saturday morning from 9 to 9:30. So caregivers are allowed to write in, ask questions, and do anything like that. And they find out about caregiving and find out about other resources and Medicare and Medicaid. We answer questions about all of that kind of stuff. So that's part of it as well. And then TV. I've connected with Serena Fazan. She was in network TV for over 23 years. She currently has her own network of TV shows. She has a studio based out of Tampa. And I'm actually about to be on her show. And I'm bringing one of my COOs from a multi-million-dollar corporation that's on my directory. I'm going to bring him on the show. We're filming August 23rd. And we're going to be on several of her shows as well. So
sounds like we got a big 2 weeks coming up, huh?
Yeah. It's been.
That's all. I don't even know where to start. We got Dina coming on. She just wrote a book, so I'm gonna get to her in a second. But
Hi,
that's what got you started in that? Because first of all, I didn't realize we had so many similarities, right? I have a directory of my own that I'm working on, but it's not so niche down. And it sounds like yours is more of like a passion product. So, what got you involved into doing this?
Sure. I actually worked for hospice for 15 years.
Oh,
And
that's
so
tough.
at the time that I was working for them, I realized that there was just a gap in the industry. All these people would call in and they would say, my mom and dad or special needs child is not, quote, sick enough for hospice. And I have all these questions and I don't know what to do to get help. And I kind of thought that was ridiculous that, people in healthcare know where to get answers, but all the average everyday people don't. And I thought that was kind of crazy and ridiculous. So 3 years ago when I got divorced, I've been an entrepreneur before. I actually owned and ran my own recruiting company. And I just thought, I'm going to start a business like this. I kind of started it off in 2019, right before COVID, and just did webinars locally. And we went global within 90 days. And now I'm actually having two huge global events. Next year, I'm about to be announcing them on LinkedIn. So you guys will all have to come. But I'm networking with so many different companies literally across the globe that they all kind of want to connect together.
Well, there's a big need for what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm working with companies that are not only B2C companies, but they're also B2B companies. So it's just been an amazing experience. I absolutely love what I do, and yes, I am very passionate about it.
I'm gonna have to get you in touch with my sister. She's in Wichita, Kansas.
Mhm.
She works with the elderly, and she's also been on local TV across that state. And she helps do retirement planning, helps people do downsizing, things that we all need to do. And
Yeah.
with the boomer generation getting older, it's definitely gonna be more. Man, hi Dina, how are you doing?
Hi, Mike. Hey, Tracy.
Hey,
Nice to
Dana.
meet you. Nice to meet you face to face finally.
Yes, finally,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel the same way. I think you and I have chatted on the phone a time or two, but we've never actually got a chat on one of these yet, have we?
That's right. And I didn't even know exactly how this was going to work. I didn't realize I was just going to pop up on the screen.
I'm terrible. I apologize and thank you for jumping on and not leaving me alone, guys. I appreciate the two of you. But I didn't do a really good job of reminding people that I was doing this on Friday, and I've skipped the last month and a half for various reasons. I've been working with my brother on his restoration business. On Fridays I just happened to be busy, I guess, the last couple weeks. And then I had an accident, so my back and my neck are still a little bit stiff, and I just haven't felt like being on here, being a robot. But Dina, I appreciate you joining on. I'm familiar with you, but a lot of other people may not know who you are. So you want to take a little bit of time to tell us who you are, what you're doing, how we can help you?
Sure, I would love to. Although I will say right up front that 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, I'm thinking more martinis than marketing.
Smoke it if you got it.
Is it just me?
I mean, you're in your house. I'm not going to stop you from doing whatever you want to do. God knows I've done worse on LinkedIn. We've had some real characters on these shows before. So Joe here, my buddy, he'll tell you. He's one of my sponsors, so we got to clean it up, ladies.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe, how are you doing, sir?
All right.
You invited
Joe,
me.
we're going to have to get back to you.
And I'm in the middle of doing it.
We're going to make this boy girl so it's not so weird. But Dina, so you wrote a book, right?
Yes.
Now, you want to tell us a little bit about your book?
I would love to. First of all, I just got the author copies on Saturday, and it's not available yet. It's going to be available on September 1st. It's available for pre-order on Amazon.com. It's called Winning in Your Own Court, 10 Laws for a Successful Career Without Burning Out or Selling Out. I've been coaching lawyers for about 12 years, and I practiced law for about 25 years.
And I know how it feels. I don't like to tell people how long I've been stealing things off the internet.
Yeah, I feel your pain. There was some overlap, but I also am old. I'm publishing my first book at age 60, and I'm really excited about it.
Congratulations. You look great. Why do people always say that when people are a little bit older? I don't know.
You look great.
Yeah, you never say that when somebody's like 35. Oh, great. You're still alive.
You look great.
I'm 43, and people tell me I look great. Now I get offended. I'm like, yeah, you look great too, pal.
That's okay. I'm 55, and I started my company at 52. So age is just a number.
I would like to say I'm aging gracefully, but everyone knows that's a lie. I don't do anything. Thankfully, my midlife crisis started a while ago. And I'm not saying it's finished. I'm just saying, I'm experienced at it now. So, it's getting a little bit better. So you wrote a book at 60. First of all, I think that's great that anybody would write a book. what made you, after 6 decades walking this planet, decide I'm going to write a book and share some of these experiences with people? What motivated you to do that?
Well, it was really the pandemic cutting off my voice. I do a lot of public speaking to support my coaching business, and I really love it. And the thing I love about public speaking is the public. And I found that talking to a dot for an hour on my computer was just not working for me. Public speaking during the pandemic didn't go very well for me, but I still had things to say and I still had a message to spread. So I started to think about what else I could do, what format I could use to channel my ideas during this really dark period that we were having globally. And I thought about writing my book. I thought, this is the help I needed when I was a young lawyer. I graduated from law school and I thought, I've got a license to print money now. That's what I thought. But I found out that law was a really hard job in private practice, and that you had to be a salesperson, marketer, and networker too. And I didn't know anything about that. And I was pretty focused on the help I needed when I was old. So there were a lot of things that I graduated from law school not knowing. And I thought a guidebook for the laws you don't learn in law school would be really helpful for lawyers right now.
Well, first of all, it sounds like you wrote it for the right reasons. So that's cool. Dill, you had a much better reaction to the pandemic than I did. I just sat around, ate Cheetos on the couch in my underwear for the most part, sold a few more extra memes, but really didn't change my dynamic of my day too much. So congrats on that. I'm impressed. Speaking of networking, our buddy Chris Bora is here. How you doing, Chris?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. You and I have been connected since 2015 or 2016 or something like that. You're one of those people that help me gauge whether or not I'm still a terrible person or not, because you're still connected. It can't be that bad, right? How you doing?
Still here. Oh, doing great. It's the first time seeing your event, and I said, I'll come check it out. So nice to meet y'all.
Well, I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm like, man, this is going to be so embarrassing. I got 52,000 followers and not one person's going to be on the stage with me. And I feel like I hit the jackpot with the people that showed up. So, I'm going to go rub it in a few other people's faces. I didn't need you anyway, but there's trying to keep a little.
Comes on in like a couple hours. Come on, man. I mean, of course I'd support you.
Joe, I'm terrible because I think, well, first of all, Joe sponsors my website, guys, Service Professionals Network. You guys, I think all know, you're all members, right? But for those that don't know, I do my own little blogging community and job board, and Joe's been supporting me financially now for a couple of years, and I'm still not kind enough to announce him like I should anywhere. So I'm really glad you got on here. Joe, what is Joe the Finance Guy? And
oh man, I did not. You didn't have to do that. I just.
Do I ever have to do anything? My lawyer tells me I never have to do any of the things I do.
Ira has such a way of putting it, but I guess I'm going to try to, use the same verbiage that Ira does. Joe the Finance Guy is basically a way for retailers that have a brick and mortar or even an e-commerce store to get their items to people that don't have the credit at the time or the money. And they might want to use something like this. I'm more of a modern day layaway, if you would. The reason why I'm saying all this instead of the company I actually work for is because the disclaimer that I usually do on my own show, all the opinions and ideas expressed on this show are of Joe the Finance Guy and not of Rent-A-Center or Acima. So I just did it. So I work for a company called Acima, and they do a lease to own option in those areas. I call it more of like a take it away layaway.
Well, that's kind of cool. You can do e-commerce now.
We can do e-commerce now too, and they're perfecting it. So it's really good the way that it's going. And I was in a conversation with somebody today. Actually, the post I did on LinkedIn probably about an hour ago, because I was driving and doing my visits too. But this morning I had a great visit with an old friend that's been in the business for 25 plus years or whatever. And it's just the way that the economy, I don't want to say the economy is going, but the way business is going right now. And, here you have 2019, we were at the pre-pandemic, and everything was okay. Then you go to 2020, and that was the shock year.
Way starting to sound like a lot better idea to a lot of people, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
And but 2020 was the shock year. 2021 was our hibernation year, and 2022 is the after party.
Well, people are getting more used to it, right? We're getting a little bit less afraid.
Right, and they're going out now. So one of the things that I believe personally that's going to happen is, when will it all stabilize out? It'll stabilize out probably, I think we got 2 years, because when you have, everybody like payroll and everything rising, the cost rising still, but cost of goods are going down. So when will it start stabilizing? It'll probably be in October of 2023, when we might see some normalcy back into it. The reason why I say all this, it wasn't to give you guys any insight on business or anything like that. It was more
man, it's Friday at 3 p.m. my time, or 2.
Right. Well, I'm ready
to learn some things.
Or actually, a picture of kamikazes is what I'm actually looking for. But that's just me. But for Joe the Finance Guy, I could help the retail business bring more customers in, get those customers, change them from the looky-loos to getting something now, because we don't do a credit check. People can get approved up to $4,000, and all they need
$4,000. I'm gonna have to contact you. I want to get some stuff.
All right. Well, I'm more than happy to get you some stuff, because I might know a guy.
It makes some options. So we have to write a blog about what you're doing here too, so we get some more search traffic. Chris, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I just want to say hi to you. What is it you do? Why are you here? How can we grow with you, sir? And do you know everybody here, or are we actually introducing you to some people?
Yeah, everyone is new to me, so I look forward to connecting with all of you on LinkedIn and getting to know you a lot better. And Joe, very cool. Actually, I'm a little familiar with the concept. One of my jobs when I first moved to Vegas, I was trying to grow a network marketing business and was kind of struggling a little bit and needed to go to work. And one of the companies I worked for was Aaron Sales and Lease, where we did kind of.
I used to work for Aaron's.
Yeah, I had to drive a truck and get stuff from people that didn't pay us.
Yep. Actually, the person that was with me this morning, him and I went to Rosie Rentals, which was the second largest franchise for Aaron's at the time, and
we're just connecting people. Small world,
It
Yeah,
is.
we definitely need to
I
connect.
couldn't imagine you being the guy that you're so nice and friendly. I couldn't imagine you be like, give me my stuff.
Chris, you said you live in Vegas?
I used to live in Vegas. I'm in Columbus, Ohio now.
Oh, okay.
He had to move.
I lived
He
in
had to
Vegas
move because of all the
before.
knuckles he was breaking. You didn't make your payments.
Chris, I'm in Indianapolis.
All right, we should hang out. We're only 3
we should
hours
hang
away.
out. That's
I
not
can't
the
believe you two have never met each other. You guys are like both have been SPN forever. I'm terrible at this network. I gotta get better. I gotta step up my game.
Yeah,
Speaking
we'll
of stepping up my game, Raquel, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. Throwing you on the spot like I did Dina.
Howdy, y'all. Nice to meet everyone. This is my first time on this. Wow, such an honor. Thank you.
Hey,
Well, I
Raquel.
appreciate it. You want to tell us a little bit about who you are, why you're on LinkedIn or social media in general, networking?
Sure. Absolutely. Hi, Tracy. I know I've met up and connected with you, so thank you. Amazing soul. I'm so excited. So basically, a little bit about me, and a background noise, I apologize. I'm a healthcare consultant by trade, so that's my expertise. I work with home care individuals or individuals who have disabilities or the elderly who they need help at home. And but aside from that, I should say, I also am spreading kind of like kindness, love, peace, vibes. Just everybody get along. I just think the world needs a lot more of that right now. And so yeah, that's what I'm about. I post about daily life. I post about my journey. Currently writing a book. I'm hoping it will come out in the next few months. And
You guys all make me feel lazy here with these books and like motivational things. Like this lady's like, yeah, I got a bigger directory. We started like 3 years after you did, and I'm kicking your ass. And then everybody else like got a book. Like this is like the big heart show of entrepreneurs here. I'm liking this.
Yeah, for sure. It's been one of my journeys, I guess, just to share my story and see, you know, how many people resonate with it, who likes it. And so everybody's just writing memoirs, and I'm like, okay, why not? Let me do it too, you know?
Well, I mean, you kind of sold me on it. I have no idea anything about you because I think this is the first time we chatted, but just you look so bubbly and enthusiastic, and I'm horrible at decisions. So like, I totally want to read that book just because you got me sold already.
Yes, you know, and sometimes on this platform, I know you asked why I came onto this platform. I just feel like the mainstream social media is just not for me. I wanted to definitely, you know, kind of represent Latinos and being an author and being on this platform. I am very bubbly. I'm a little sassy and spicy at times, and I don't know if people may not take too kind into that, but hey, that's just who I am. So.
It's all right. Chris and Joe will tell you I've had my share of heat for the same reason. It's all right. You know, it's a little spiciness. It's never too bad.
We have 3 stoic men on the line here, so we need a little bubble.
Yeah, I'm very stoic. I just can't move today. Usually I'm like all talking with my hands and stuff, but I feel like I'm still like I got smashed by a truck. So
you are pretty bubbly, though. I admit, you're right.
I usually am. I'm usually pretty positive. I didn't even have coffee today. I'm trying to limit my caffeine a little bit, so I didn't have coffee today, and I'm still not even swearing to anybody yet.
Oh, goodness.
You gotta get with it. Time's a wasting.
You know, I mean, I'm not very so I couldn't figure out how to use the Walmart app, and they're like, "Oh, you're ready for pickup." And I'm watching these kids. I'm like, "No, I want a delivery." So like, you know, can't let it ruin your day. Just no coffee for Mike.
Aww.
Yeah, that's sad. You know, I'm killing the show here. Killing the show. So we got 2 people writing books. We got 2 entrepreneurs. Chris, you're doing your networking thing still? You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have that, and also writing a book just so I'm.
Everyone's writing a book but me?
Just so I could fit into this group. Yes, I am writing a book. Coming out in November.
I gotta talk to somebody about writing a book for me. So what's your book about?
Networking. So quick background. I was always on the shy introverted side. Literally most of my life would avoid social settings, public speaking, any of that kind of stuff at all costs. Of course, it held me back. And then was in that direct sales business, was trying to find a different way to do things, found networking, got better at it from just, continuing to come back and, learning from people how to properly network, and got better at it. And then I started teaching people how to do it back in 2014. So I started networking in 2012, started teaching people how to network 2014, started a networking group 2013. And then right before pandemic hit, we learned how to go virtual with a really cool platform called Remo, where we were able to simulate and duplicate.
I had a lot of fun on Remo.
It's like, it feels like you're like in the room at different tables and stuff. So we learned how to use that for events. And originally I just started helping people do it for free. And eventually, like, Chris, this looks amazing and sounds amazing, but can you just do it for us and we'll pay you to do it? And so our company Borja Virtual was born, and we just started doing events for nonprofit organizations, doing their fundraisers and doing multi-day conferences.
I had no idea. That's awesome.
Yes, I have the networking group, Connected Networking Group, launched Connected Columbus magazine last month. Have the Borja Virtual company still growing and launching the book in November, and Networking Breakthrough Academy is starting in September. So starting a class for kind of a school for networking. So we have that going on as well.
All right. So you guys all officially made me feel worse about myself today. Thanks very much. Appreciate it all. It's feeling good. I was like, I did 45 minutes of cardio. I skipped that extra helping of ice cream. You guys got books, networking events, and all kinds of other things going on.
Maybe that's your sign. The universe is telling you, Mike.
I gotta get my ass to work. I almost got I did get electrocuted like a week. I don't know if I told you guys, but I was standing in a puddle of water and somebody dropped an electrical cord in the water, and then I shocked myself, and then I fell, and now I'm all sore. So now I'm like, man, maybe I should do something with like the next 43 years if I'm lucky enough to be around. So I'm really glad that, somebody actually was like, Mike, you got to do this networking event because I want to be on it. Well, they're not here, but all you lovely people showed up just to be like, Mike, get your ass to work. So I'm going to go do some yoga. I'm going to stretch up my shoulders, get some water going in my system, get that thing going, whatever that is. It looks cool. The Zen. So, Chris, I mean, that's really cool that you took a remote. I don't like the word pivot. What's another word, Dina? You're a lawyer. You're smart with words. We don't want to use the word pivot.
Turnaround.
Turnaround, adjustment. Yeah, yeah. So
I
good.
like to say transformation. I'm in the transformation business.
See, I like transformation. I'm liking that. See, that's so much better than the pivot thing. Am I wrong, guys? Am I the only one with the pivot issue? Is anyone else?
Take it up, stir the pot.
Did everyone see the episode of Friends where Ross kept screaming, pivot,
Oh,
pivot?
Yeah.
Same thing. Pivot.
That could make you sick of the word right there.
Yep. I tell you what, how many people have told me I have to pivot in the last couple of years? I mean, I'm like, I don't do anything people tell me to do. Pivoting, that doesn't sound like fun, But I'm surprised Service Professionals Network is still here. A lot of people I think are. Thanks to guys like Joe. Appreciate the money, Joe. Appreciate the support too. And I appreciate everyone sticking around, putting up with me. I've been up and down, as some of you may know. Some of you guys are a little bit new to the crowd and don't know how wild I've been in regards to some of my opinions. So definitely want to say Chris and, Joe, appreciate you guys sticking around long term. I feel like I'm probably going to make Tracy nervous here because she's doing all those nice things for people on such a large scale. It's like guilt by association. So I don't want to bring her down.
No, not at all. Listen, my passion is helping people. So whether it's helping people grow their businesses or helping caregivers, I love helping people. I'm having 2 global events next year. I'm actually announcing it in 2 weeks. I'm having one in Tampa with 350 attendees worldwide, and the big one's going to be in September of next year at the Venetian in Vegas. We've got 1,200 people coming, and Merrill Hodge, who's a former Pittsburgh Steeler and NFL ESPN analyst. He's going to be my keynote speaker. And he's
had a lot of issues, right, with his health?
Yeah, he had cancer really bad. He got lymphoma.
Yeah, I'm surprised he was still around. I thought he was on his last leg a few years ago. From my
No, he actually beat lymphoma, and he wrote a book about it. When he got it, his 2 kids were 7 and 5. And when he got it, his daughter came. He didn't know how he was going to tell his daughter that he had lymphoma. And she came to him and she sat down on his lap after he had told both his kids that he had it. And she just goes, "Dad, you're just going to have to find a way." And so now he wrote a book and he does speaking on finding a way, that everybody has to find a way to make things work. And so he's going to be my keynote speaker in Vegas. So yeah, I got great.
Like I needed another reason to go to Tampa or Vegas.
I want to go.
Right?
Well, I am going to put it on LinkedIn, and I hope all of you guys attend. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have a chef doing a cooking demo, and we're going to have cocktail hours at the end of each day. It's going to be a 3-day event in both places. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. So.
Well, I mean, it sounds amazing. It sounds like you definitely got a good speaker with a good story. So I'm definitely interested. Definitely, I don't know if you know this, but I was down in Tampa for 8 months about 2 years ago for a while. So I really love Pinellas County and the area. Dunedin's where I was at, so definitely like to get back down there.
Great. Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful parts of the country. I'm 100% convinced, and they got that local ice cream, and I'm fat, so I like ice cream. So I mean, not a big beach guy. But I do want to say hi to Tina Oliver. Tina Oliver's great. She's done a couple blogs and book reviews on her website. She doesn't like to get on here too much with me, but she does come up and say hi in the comments. And she has written some really fantastic book reviews. We have almost 1,500 blogs, 1,450, over 1,400, almost 1,500 blogs on our website now. And Tina, I think, wrote like 4 of them, but she has 2 of them that are in the top 5 organic traffic. So she shared a few. The authors actually responded on Twitter to her on 1 or 2. I think one of them used a pseudonym to join the site, but I don't want to call it too much attention to that. But Tina, I just want to say hi. I know you and Joe are arguing about who said hi and who didn't say hi.
Can you click on that? Will you click on, like I said it right after Tina's in the house?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I got your back, Joe. Not because you're my sponsor, not because you're giving me money. I'm just saying hi to Tina, letting her know that we care.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't want to take up too much of anybody's time. I definitely want to say thank you. I'm going to ask you guys all to send me your links to your books. Everybody's got a book but me. Even Merrill Hodge has a book. I'm glad he survived and wrote a book. Chris was like, I'm out. He's like, but if you can, drop a link to your website, either to the comments or in private chats, and I'll make sure that I put them on the YouTube video. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I tend to share that quite a bit on social media over the next couple months. I'll be sharing on my site. I'll be sharing on LinkedIn. It's kind of what I like to do. So I'm going to write a book about all of you guys, I guess, in my description. Not a real book like what you guys did, but like a book for me, like 100 words or more. But I want to take a time. I think I'm going to start doing more one-on-one chats. So if any of you guys are interested in doing something like that, feel free to let me know. We can schedule something up. Joe, you're doing a show with Ira Bowman here in a little bit.
Yeah, we're Cup of Joe starts at 6:00 Eastern Standard Time. It's on my show, or it's on my page this week, and it's on Ira's next week. We alternate weeks doing it.
Well, can you do me a favor? Can you drop the link to your show when you get it into the comments, so that way people, when I go and share this like a social media floozy, can see it and come take a look at your show too. Maybe catch the replay if they don't catch it live. Anybody like to say anything before I cut out of here? Anything I'd like to add?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you, and I look forward to meeting a lot of people in this group. So I'm excited.
Well, thank you guys all for saving me, not being alone by myself, twiddling my thumbs, because I've done that before and it's awkward. I still get my clicks, but it's really weird. So I really appreciate you guys all coming here and saving a brother. So thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. I want to say thank you to everybody who commented and said hi. Sorry, I'm cutting it short. I got kids screaming in the background. I'm watching a dog. Got electrocuted. Excuse. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. Thank you.
See you later.